That's why we're not talking about this. So what I wanted to talk about definitely for you guys though is when you're starting out, you're probably one of those people that are on Robinhood or you're on Webull. And if you're starting out on Robinhood or Webull, put a W or an R in the chat if that's where you trade. If you're trading on TD Ameritrade, drop a T. Just drop the first letter. We'll know what you're talking about. I want to know what the chat is trading with, what the group's trading with, and what brokerages you're using, because we can give you videos on the pluses, the negatives, the positives, the goods, the bads, everything about each brokerage that you guys put down, and we'll give our pure opinion, just what we think about them. We have every source that's out there in the market. If you have a question about anything before you buy it, please drop the ticker or drop the company's name, drop whatever you're about to buy, drop it below and we'll buy it first and review it for you. How about that? So drop the company that you guys like. That if there's something out there that you want, any type of software that you want to learn about and you don't have it, then let me know. If you've never traded before ever and you're saying none, Johnny D, you're a smart man. You don't do anything until we have lunch. So we'll get together, John, and I'll set you up the right way. And the right way would be the way we're teaching everybody right here, and it's to start on the level that your mindset, your money in your bank account, your family life, your risk management, what you're willing to do. If you've never traded before, if you've never been a person who's ever risked any money, if you're not a gambler, if you're not a person that's ever bet on a sport, then this is probably something that's for you. And if you're also one of those people who checked off all of those things, this is definitely for you. And the reason why I say this is that this can be for anybody. This can be for anyone that's out there that's starting out, no matter what level or what risk you've ever had when it comes to money. Because what you're doing now is you're going to start learning how to not risk your money. Because whenever you make a paycheck and you pay a bill, you pay a car payment, you sign up for Amazon Prime, you sign up for anything, you're risking that money to go to zero, because that money's never going to make you money. And what we're here to start with is that if you take $20 at a time and you decide that I want to invest in a company that I believe in, and I want to go with a company that is going to be something that I believe is going to make a difference in the world, it's going to make money this month, it's going to have something that's changing, and you're going to say, okay, I want to put a little bit of money towards that every single month. Well, that's the old school mind of trading. That's the way that our great grandfathers got rich and our grandfathers got broke. So you have to understand that our great grandfathers were dropping money in $20 at a time, $20 at a time, $20 at a time. Boom, 1999 happens, and people that put in $1,000 into Amazon, or $1,000 into P&G, or $1,000 into Walmart, my uncle, people that put in multiple dollars, whatever the percentage or the money is you're talking, they put them into these companies and they blasted off over the last years, and they forgot about this money. Mickey and I were talking about that. There's people that have forgot about money and accounts and are rich now, and they forgot about it. Now, there's people like grandfathers that I know that built roller coasters and started the engineering industry, and they're broke because they bought into GE and they retired from General Electric and they retired from Ford and they retired from these companies that aren't doing well. They're not blasting off to $3,000 a share. They're not going to $150 a share. They're going to $5 a share. And what we want to teach you is that you can take your money and you can leverage it for a 5 to 10 minute, 15 minute move in the morning. And once you learn and understand how to do this, that you can actually leverage yourself, put in some money, and be smart, and then cash out in 10 or 15 minutes and be gone. Be whatever you do. What if you're an army guy, if you're a military, if you're military period, or if you're a car guy, if you're a stay-at-home dad, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a nail lady, a nail guy, you're a workout fitness guru, whatever you do, you can find 15 minutes to trade. And the reason why we tell you that you only need 15 minutes to trade is because if you're in our I will plug us real quick. If you're in our group and you're in our chat, we drop all the knowledge you need to get these alerts while you're doing all these other things. So if you're like, man, my phone just dinged and I have a chance to look at it, boom, I'm in. And this guy says, I'm going to go with this move to the upside. And then you see 15 other people say, I agree, I'm in on that move. And then you see the candles start moving to my direction in my opinion, and it starts working out to go in towards the way that I think. And like today, if you guys want to go back, I don't like to toot my own horn too much, but if you want, go back and look at my live today and look at what we talked about. Look at yesterday's Moderna call. Look at the live video where we talked about plug power running today, and right when we were talking about it, you saw two big old large green candles for the next hour. So it's not saying that I know how to predict the future. It's not saying that I'm a person that could teach you how to be a stock millionaire, but I can give you ideas and suggestions with a team of people that put together the same ideas and suggestions, and we decided that's the right move, and that's what you're paying for. You're not paying for being a millionaire. You're just paying for knowledge. And if you've ever been successful at anything, you didn't get it by doing things for free. You paid with time, effort, or money, one or the other. You paid with one of the three, and it was it's something that I've done my whole life. I've fought with time, effort, and money, and I was investing a lot of money into the wrong things, whether it was drugs, partying, girls, boozing, going out, doing the wrong things, spending money on bullshit that didn't matter. And now you take that money and you start putting into stuff that matters and let that money work for you. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. So if that's stuff that interests you, then follow along, smash that like button, share this with your friends, and talk about it. Let people learn about what we're doing. And that's just a very broad aspect of it. So picking a brokerage, like we're gonna circle back to, you're gonna pick one that's gonna work for you, whether it's gonna be easy to use because it's easy to simplify a trade and execute a trade. You're gonna pick it because it fits your trading style. You're gonna pick a brokerage because it will maybe be something that you'd rather learn on in the beginning. That's gonna give you a more advanced level of tools. So that's why we recommend Webull over Robinhood, and that would be the reasoning why is because there's better tools available for you to chart and learn how to better trade. And then the next level would be if you go to TD Ameritrade, or if you want to open a trading view account to be able to trade through different platforms and use the catalysts that the trading view experts are using, and you can follow guys that have been doing really well, that have been putting out their trade ideas for a long time. That's a really good tool that you can have, and it's great stuff. And Ben, I just now saw you pop in. I don't know if you've been here a while, but I'm glad Ben's in here because Ben has been giving some great knowledge in the group, especially for the new traders, dropping some easy knowledge when it comes to a professional trader. But for a new trader, I mean, it's been some solid stuff when it comes to just letting you guys see the bigger picture on how to trade and not just going in blind. So I just want to thank him while he came in, just because I know he hasn't been here for a while. So, but anyway, rant over. Yeah, no problem. And rant over. If Winfred wants to jump in, or if Mickey or Ben or anybody else wants to kind of chime in a little bit. I know I've been going off on a tangent for a while, but that's where we're at. We're just wanting to let you guys know, if you're coming in just now and you're just now watching, we want to talk about why you would choose a brokerage that would work for you. Why would you start investing in the first place instead of spending? And what opportunities come out of actually putting your money towards a training with us or with anybody, even if you don't choose to use us, and you get these free trainings from us and you want to choose to spend your money elsewhere, why would you go do that instead of saying, hey, like we said, drop it in the chat, we'll discuss it for you and go over why you would use it or why you wouldn't, and save you the money. That's all we're here to do, is save you guys money And that's the topic tonight. Why you start investing and why we can save you money.
Right. Okay. So what I'll say, what I'll add to what that's been said so far is that, you know, whichever broker you choose and their platform that you choose, typically they don't even require so much money. Some of them will require zero money down. Some will say $150, $200, the TD Ameritrade, most of the other brokerages. But the good thing is that when you're a beginner trader, you can at least get that account and then start playing with the paper, start doing paper trading for a while. That would give you a feel of the lay of the land, how the platform works, what the type of instruments you want to trade, how the spreads in terms of the ask and the bid, how they are on there. And then you can practice your hands over a few weeks. It could be months for some, and it could be days or hours for some people. But once you try your hands on various, two or three other brokerages, it gives you the opportunity to understand how they work and how they will fit your style of trading. So yes, register a few of them, but make sure that you start do some paper trading for a while before you start throwing real money at the trades, because you don't want to, I hate to, for you to go in there and start throwing money and losing money. You may win, but you may not win for too long. The winning streak is going to end at a certain point. But do you have the ability to say enough is enough and get out of the trades? You may not have that, the guts to do that. So do paper trading and practice until you're very comfortable. Then you can start using real money.
And Fred, when they
That's my
paper trade too, right? We want them to start with an account that would be a real account. Some people come in and they start with the $1 million that it gives them, and they're like, "Oh, I made 100 grand, and because I bought
no.
Apple at $200,000, but I never could have done that, right?" And
No. Yeah.
you want to
Hmm.
go in if you can afford $1,000 to put into an account, then you need to put $1,000 in your paper trading account, and you need to trade that well and try to get yourself 5% daily on a max and get yourself 1% on a consecutive basis of your total portfolio. If you can do a 1 to 5% daily, then you'll be a very successful trader. It's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a lot of pain to do so with real money. So we really suggest you do it with fake money, and that's why you want to learn. You want to learn the indicators and realize why we're entering a trade with real money, and you want to enter the trade with fake money so you can use those losses as a training tool. So when you lose an account from 1,000 to zero based off of the trades we did, and you say, "Hey, how are they showing 20%, 15%, 6% gains, and I'm showing losses?"
Right.
Well, it's because the trade was entered at a better time than you, and they was exited at a better time. Those entries and exits are what we're trading. We're trying to teach you how to figure out when to exit a trade, when to get into it, based off of your own risk management on your own portfolio with your own style, all adapted to you personally. This is the introduction to trading, based on what we see. And if you're interested in it and you want to learn more about trading, and you're not a person that's currently invested, if you're not invested in trade in the market right now, and you want to learn more, and you're asking about scanners and what's the best scanner to use, if you're me, then I'm a cocky person. I would say my scanner is the best scanner to use. Fred, what's the best scanner for you? Yours? If you can set up your own scanners, which we can, and Fred's more than willing to. He's always offered that. If you want us to help you set up your own scanner, Matt, that was one of the
Mm,
questions in the chat. Matt Carpenter, we can help you set
yeah.
up your own scanner yourself, and that's the stuff that
Yeah.
we offer you. We can give you these little things that are meaningless to some, but they mean a lot to new traders, and we can help you with that. Setting a scanner is very easy.
Yes.
What's a scanner? A scanner is something that's going to scan indications in the market to give you a idea based off of a process that you put in place. In the layman's terms, if you want to say that a stock moves 5% on a 5 minute chart or a daily chart, or if it makes a significant move in the pre-market, or if it has a high volume increase or a 52-week high, you can set a scanner to load that information in for you, and then it'll alert you and say, hey, Apple is at a 52-week high. It's got a large volume increase and it's up 5% on the daily. What should you do? If you don't know what to do, I'll tell you, you'll probably be looking for a short. And I always say you don't want to short a stock making all time highs, but you also don't want to be buying a stock that's up 5% on the day, and you're not in it.
That's mhm.
So those are little things that we can teach you. These are why people pay thousands of dollars to be a part of our group and learn. And there's why people are starting out on different levels. If you want to start out entry level, it's $50 a month. I'm sure you can find something in your life that you don't want to spend $50 a month on, and this will be something that'll teach you life lessons long term. It'll really just be something that you can grow for yourself for the future, whether it's trading or at home or anything. We have a lot of different topics that we cover, and when you put them all into your total life, I'm telling you, these things they all come together. The stock market is in your life no matter if you're invested or not, and you have to understand that.
Thank you.
So we only have 15 minutes left. If anyone has any more questions, you can drop them in the Facebook live chat. You can ask them if yourself in the group. If you're still in here, T Biggie Big. I know you're one of the members that have been in a while, so you may not have any questions offhand. George, you've been in a while, but Fetsky, you too. Last thing that we're gonna offer you guys, if you're not a member and you want to join us, just join in for free. Take the 5-day weekly whatever subscription offer that we give you. Take your 5 days free and just cancel it if you don't like it. And I'm telling you, in 5 days, I'm sure you'll find some value. And if you've lost $50 in your life, you could use the money. So we'll make this happen. John, I'll have lunch with you tomorrow. Thursday's a day that I typically trade lightly. So I'm ready for Friday for the QQQ inclusion after hours. We're going to be looking at the Qs and what that means. If you don't know what the QQQs are, you shouldn't be spending $1 in the market yet.